afternoon, dear folks. This is John Pettipas recording on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock, the 25th day of April. Just 8 more months till Christmas, kids. Ho, ho, ho. That's a little ways off. We live life one day at a time. Anyway, today I have a different topic than I've normally done. Yes, different topic than I've normally spoke on. Today I'm going to speak on prostitution. Prostitution in the age of the coronavirus and all this social distancing stuff. So I'll set my trusty spectacles aside here. And often you've heard the term red light district. Well, I'm wearing red. I bought this in Boston 20-some years ago, and it still fits, thank God. That's what you get. You eat a good, healthy breakfast and work. They take, and God grants you the blessing of good health. Anyhow, prostitution. It's often referred to as the people that are involved in that business as the red light district. Now, I do have, again, a red shirt. I have a red phone on my desk, a red phone on the desk, and I have a red container of milk. More on that later on. Anyhow, it's the world's oldest profession, they say. And I'm certain it'll survive the current crises and go on. I'm not who am I to judge the morality of it, but it's, whatever. It's called the world's oldest profession, and I'm certain it'll be around for a while. You know, I know someone from Ontario that wants to come down and act as madame. Okay, but of course, that's not the type of business we're in. Okay, it's just I think the individual speaking in Halifax was just, I actually mean in Halifax in Ontario was just saying it and just. I don't think she's serious about doing that. She's dropped in sometime, but that's not the type of lady she is. Now, I remember one time one of our neighbors visiting, and I'm an oldest brother of three, and so my two younger brothers in the house, and a neighbor dropped in for a social visit. My mother was there, and my father made the comment, unabashed, wasn't the least bit ashamed. He was a very hard-working man. He was a labourer. Anyway, he made the comment in the evening, he was going to see the whore tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to see the whore tomorrow morning. And so, well, before you pass judgment, say, what did my father mean by that? And, of course, as mentioned earlier, he was a labourer. He worked very hard, and he'd had a hernia, so he had to go to see his doctor, and the doctor's name was Dr. Hoare. H-O-A-R with an E in it. So he was actually a man. He wasn't a lady, but he was a Dr. Hoare. So my father made a comment he was going to see the whore tomorrow. That's what he meant. He was going to before he got his surgery, get a what do you call it, pre-surgical consultation. So anyway, now, there was a seminar in Sydney. The late, great Harvey Weber taught that after the high interest rates of early 80s, 81, 82, that area we could squeeze a pick-me-up, a little pep talk. So anyway, I wasn't able to get to the afternoon session. I went to the evening session. And there was a guy got up and he was talking about how important it is to serve your customers and have advertising. He said, you know, folks, I call it the ADA of advertising. You got to get, when you have a good ad, you got to get their attention. Get their attention to view your print ad, or your radio ad, or television ad, whatever. Television ads are tougher now because you have all these multi-channel stations, and the viewership is so much more spread out. Anyway, they take and said you get their attention, you get them interested, you get desire, whatever you do, if you whatever your product, if it's a car dealership, or they service cars, or it's a clothing store, or a building supply, you name it, restaurant. So you get the aid of advertising. You get their attention, he said, you get them interested, you get desire, then you get action. They come in and buy something or phone up and order a product or service. And so anyway, and all of a sudden everybody started laughing. He said, what is this? Is my fly down, he said? Did somebody making funny faces behind me? Or he couldn't understand what it was. And back in that time, it's now looking at 37 years ago, there was a lady in Halifax, and her name was Ada. And she had what her lawyer referred to as She was charged with living off the veils of prostitution, and the lady's lawyer said she had what he referred to as a small call girl operations. I mean, she was an enterprising lady. You got to admit, she was an enterprising lady, and she had a small call girl operation, and it just happened her name was Ada. ADA, and he was saying an aid of advertising, attention, interest, desire, action. Anyway, enough of that one. Now, my experience in Halifax. Yes, I had the milk carton here. I have a good appetite. I think you all know by now. Good folks tuning in. Good appetite. We appreciate all you wonderful folks tuning in, subscribing, everything, and spreading the word. Anyhow, I ordered a meal at the hotel. I was going to buy a business. I was going to buy a business in Halifax, and I went up in a train. I stayed at a hotel, and I got takeout restaurant. And the restaurant meal, I drink milk. I like milk. I drink 3 liters of milk a day. 1 for breakfast, 1 at dinner, and 1 at supper. And sometime I have milk again before I go to bed. So I'm a heavy milk drinker. I'm into milk, into the good stuff, the milk. Scotsman, it's the very good stuff, by the way. Excellent. The lad. Excellent, good stuff. Anyway, we take in the... I went up, I didn't want to buy takeout for the milk because they charge you at that time as $1 something for a glass of milk, and you could go and buy a whole carton in the store for that. Twice as much drink. So anyway, I'm in a rush, my supper's there, and I lock the door and I go out, and there's a bunch of girls, fall evenings, fall of the year, kind of scantily clad. I said, just going to be cool, but anyway, friendly enough. They said, are you looking for anything? I said, yes. I said, what? Milk. And they all started laughing. I said, what the hell's so funny about that? I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I like milk. So anyway, well, you'll find milk up the street here at the Hollis or Barron Street at Tulaney's Market. Lebanese people, they had a lot of convenience stores. And so anyway, I went to Tulaney's store and I got my quart of milk, and I proudly walking back down to the hotel to get my supper. I was hungry. He said, you get what you're looking for? I said, yes, right here, my milk. So anyway, that it turns out they were ladies of the evening. But they take in, I had food and milk on my mind. And so basically that's it. I don't pass judgment. It's the world's oldest profession, but in the age of social distancing. Okay, so that's my experience with my little short thing here on prostitution in the age of the coronavirus. And this is John Pettipas. Until next time, wishing all you wonderful people out there in computer land, wish each and every one of you all the best, and God bless. Thank you for tuning in. If you've been so kind as to please press the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a cent, and they'll electronically notify you when it's further runs. And spread the word about this video, okay? Spread the word about this here video. And I appreciate that, and thank you. We'll talk to you again. Bye for now.